Like the video and subscribe right now, and this doggo will teach you how to do homework. Where do I sign up? Female soldier teaches how to baseball choke. Bruh. Not the Pringacy. Guac tastes like fish tacos. I'm a Vietnamese, and we are glad that we have the Philippines as our typhoon barrier. Best regards to all the Filipino brothers out there. Delivered today, 2023 is going to be of change. Your mom is probably going to be more fit than you given she'll be lifting these to clean the floor. I'm an orphan. What it's like to be mixed. Probably an absolute beast at denying war crimes. Who? Saki Yoshida 177,013. What is the number? Did she get locked up or something? My only wish for 2023 is for everyone to shut the duck up about air fryers. No, actually they're really good. You can fry a whole chicken in 15 minutes. Duck off. I've got an oven and the ability to plan ahead. My firstborn son was literally conceived in an air fryer. The pregnancy only lasted 7 months too because it's more efficient than a bun in the oven. So you ducked an air fryer or? What's normal at 3 PM, but terrifying at 3 AM? The sound of the ice cream truck. I thought his legs were his balls peeking out from the pillow. Hippo swallows 2-year-old and spits him back out. Not enough cows in that. Top comment decides my first FAP of the year. Your mom. Did you think we would forget? And yes, if you're asking, I really did FAP to a photo of my mother. Most horrible experience of my life. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, future Trunks. How Frieza sees the Saiyans. Describe your penis with a Metallica song. For me it would be some kind of monster. The shortest straw. When you eat meat, this is what you eat. The sauce with my steak was made from your tears. My uncle is top 8 in Candy Crush. My uncle's top 5 on FBI's most wanted list. My uncle's on top of me. Who would win? One is fighting for its life. The other just called the cops. The eye of a grey whale. My horny ass could not be a marine biologist. Just like a good femboy, oiled up and ready to be touched for hours. Why is my son so popular with our 4 dogs? So odd. Is your son in the pan? Female lawyers written by men. Female lawyers written by women. I want Kim's feet pic. I want to get a pilot's uniform, just so I can go to the airport bar and get absolutely hammered and watch everyone around me get horrified. Hey buddy, where you headed? Atlanta to Denver. Good. We are going to have a hell of a time getting there. Is the metric system actually better? You guys are too harsh towards US. They've been using 9mm in schools for a while now. Male bees die after mating. That's their whole life. Honey, nut, cheerio. My gosh, men will do anything to not raise their kids. Female Uzi fan. I'm a female Uzi fan. What are some of his best songs? Hey, if that's true, I'm willing to pay you if you send a video of your feet and Uzi playing in the background. We are shutting down the sub for a week. Someone's feelings got offended by any girl. This is a woman. This is a girl. Knowing the difference could save your life. Well, yeah, one has a freaking sword, lol. Clearly the stronger contestant. However, the other shoots out babies at a frightening speed. Pishita. How was your blind date? Terrible. He practically started at my chest the entire night. Focus. My eyes are up here. Either way he gets rock hard. You have an avatar-sized budget to adapt one video game into a movie. What game are you adapting? Shrek's with Hitler. Ronaldo. So what convinced you to join Al Nassr? Money. Bro. For 700 millions I would even join ISIS FC. She got a little too close. Bro, everyone thought the same thing. Sigh and go to the comments. So we all thought of the same thing, didn't we? Once, a guy ducked the crease between my thigh and labia, thinking he was in my vagina, and when he finished he asked if I got off. I had to break it to him that he just ducked my leg. This is what I think of when men act like they're equipped to make laws about women's bodies. Listen, I'll go right ahead and duck a lady in the armpit and not even care that I most likely just ruined all the careful preparations and I'll have to scrub up again before continuing the surgery. Police find and arrest spectator who caused mass Tour de France crash. Well, she is basically Hitler. I mean, she invaded France and tried to take out an entire race. I'm going to allow that. Has to be fake, right? No one, not even a mega simp, is going to give $70,000 to a Twitcher, right? Grant Amato stole $200,000 from his family in order to buy coins he could use to watch a Bulgarian cam model. Gave her the full 200 grand. When his family found out he killed all of them. He'd never even met the cam model in real life. So it does happen, but yeah, it's too easy to fake shit like this, and no shortage of people who need their daily attention injection. So does anyone know where George went? I hope he makes it and gets to keep his leg. Lost mine a little more than a year ago. Would not recommend. Keep searching. It's always in the last place you look. Can they add an option to disable Gabriel's voice line where he calls you a mere object I can't focus on the game with a raging boner? Just get a brain boner instead. All the blood flows to the brain and makes you smarter. Isn't that called a stroke? Top comment decides my first FAP of the year. Your mom. New boyfriend has made himself a sandwich and left 3 big scratches on my immaculate matte black laminate worktop right next to the chopping board. Is there anything that I can do apart from get rid of the boyfriend? Am I wrong to be really fed up about this? To be fair, he shouldn't really be making his own sandwiches. I learned that you don't need to wait 24 hours to report a missing person. But if you would, it would really help me out a lot. MILF Gaming. Stop laying eggs in my house. Me during my French exam wondering what is the gender of a washing machine. Female. Obviously. Which room are you guys choosing? Room 1. Room 2. Depends. Am I fighting these dudes? Ducking these dudes? Having a nice chat with these dudes? I believe if it comes to ducking, the chooser gets ducked in most cases. As a submissive and breedable femboy, I see this as an absolute win. Waitress. How do you like your steak? Man, same way I like my Shreks. Waitress. That's very inappropriate. Please leave the premises. People are confused about the gentleman's intended order, so let me clarify. As a man of culture, he clearly expects his steak to be prepared well done, which is how Mother describes his performance. I made diesel from plastic waste. Where are you? Me entering 2023 without watching Squid Game, Euphoria, Stranger Things, Jeffrey Dahmer series, Wednesday. Which Euphoria? I don't know which one's better. One's a pile of disgusting shit that makes you want to throw up, and others a hentai. Today I learned when the Pope dies it is a tradition to hit him on the head with a hammer to make sure he's dead. Is that to make sure, or is that to make sure? Today my ex celebrates his 1-year anniversary with his new girlfriend. We broke up 10 months ago. Mayo. You don't buy shoes barefoot. I was writing alone at a bar and this guy comes up to me, stops at a respectful distance, and says, "Just wanted to check on a scale of 1 to 10 how open you are to talking to a drunk stranger. I'm waiting for friends, but I can totally just leave you alone. A+, immaculate vibes." This sounds like how some crazy adventure with a total stranger movies start. They are staged and called porn, and you watch too much of it. Kid dies after Xbox One launches to scout to slice his throat. You just got vectored. Good job Agent 47, payment will be waiting upon your arrival. A Yu-Gi-Oh fan's tombstone. Well, no wonder, he had zero defense. What can you buy with 18 euros? You in 1800. My nephew dropped my phone and the screen got slightly cracked, so I'm giving it away for free if anyone's interested. Specifications: age 11, weight 28 kilograms, healthy so far. This is how my brother left the jam this morning. He did not duck it. I hope he did not duck it. What the duck are you supposed to reply when your girlfriend's father says everything you do to her, I'll do to you? Like, bro, you gon' love and care for me cause I'd love it if you took me to that nice Italian restaurant and covered the entire tab. My uncle said this to my boyfriend when we first got together. My boyfriend then fist bumped me, then offered his fist to my uncle. He's loved my boyfriend ever since. And they've been happily fisting ever since. Wholesome. Are you part of the 6%? Only 6% of people can handle this puzzle. These 3 want to share 2 apples equally. How you handle this with using only 1 stroke of the knife? Does one of them stab another and then take 1 apple each? Me and God aren't so different. One is an evil ducker who created uncurable diseases and illnesses, and the other is me. The only thing you create is my feels of lust towards you. Ayo. This is a bee in Brittany. As conjoined twins they had a 1 in 30 million chance of survival. They beat the odds and are now 5th grade teachers. Waitress, how do you like your steaks? Man, same way I like my Shreks. Waitress, that's very inappropriate. Please leave the premises. Bloody. You can now practice firing someone in virtual reality. Meet Barry. His sole purpose in life is to listen patiently and then protest or sob a little as you fire him from an imaginary job in virtual reality. Finally, they make a game that can properly give me an erection. Straight men. If a man offered you $1 million to have Shreks with him for one night, what would you do? $1 million? Are you insane? I would do that for like $2,000 after taxes. DM me. Grandpa's final wish was to become a chinchilla's bath. Claustrophobic patient getting up mid-MRI scan due to panic attack. Would be a cool Nirvana album. I think Kurt actually looked like that the last time anyone saw him. Update TF2 not letting grandma out until we get a new major update at Team Fortress at Valve Software. Grandma has died. Sweat glands don't reproduce in scar tissue. This is why regulating body temperature is very important for victims of serious body burns, as they can no longer maintain temperatures normally. So you're saying I'll reduce my deodorant expenses if I set my armpits on fire? If you see a person with a scar, throw a bucket of water at them. It's only right. As a burn victim, I'd appreciate the gesture, just not the tardiness. Coulda used that bucket of water a little earlier. I was playing Lutetia, and I was wondering what was this pride flag in Isane's part? Bro is Baguta Shrekshal. Ukraine nearly 1 year after Russia said they could take them in a week. As you can see, I'm not dead. Colder used a diff character. When it comes to bugs and insects, Australians have seen them all. A zombie spider covered in fungus, half dead, half alive, which can crawl around. Australians, when you buy Half-Life 2, but the store gives you real life too. What is your Shrekshal fantasy that will remain a fantasy? I once had a dream where I made love with the physical embodiment of the ocean. She wrapped me in her waves and covered me with her foam, totally beyond my understanding. I would have happily drowned in her, but she pushed me back to shore by the end and left me stones of 5 colors. Also, she spoke Spanish, or some dream version of it. I never came so hard in all my life, like my legs were full of batteries. By far the most intense dream I've ever had, and it'll never happen again. Boy found at the bottom of a cliff with his headphones on with Dream on Aerosmith playing on a 6-hour loop. I'm gonna make sure this happens. A guy in my hometown walked into his house around 5 PM a few days before Christmas, shot both his kids, his wife then himself. The wife ended up surviving. I can't even begin to imagine what life must be like for her now. Probably quieter. And speaking of capitalism, I have an invention. Obviously you've all heard of slap bracelets. I wore them as a kid. And you also heard of cock rings? Stop. No. I'm reading a thrilling novel about a man and his gardevoir. He's reading steamy homoerotica. It's called hentai and it's art. Starting today, children under 12 can no longer be prosecuted for crimes in New York. About to have gang members scouting kids like they D1 players. I really miss my ducking grandpa. Must not mix up verbs. My family just handed me a hypothermic emaciated baby squirrel. What the duck do I do? Rice sock, heating pad, powdered milk from a pet store. Eat it. When there's an active shooter at Walmart and the Among Us plushie is left unguarded. I have an Amogus plushie that I use for sassy activities. North Korea published photos of the country's leader, Kim Jong-un, and his young daughter visiting a nuclear missile facility. The girl's name and age have not yet been reported. That was enough to raise questions about whether she could be his successor. Is Kim Jong-un's daughter North Korea's next leader? Someone actually had Shreks with Kim Jong-un? Kim Jong-un does not use the traditional primitive methods of Shrexual intercourse to produce offspring that humans used. He has transcended past that. He simply busts one, and out comes a viable fetus on a petri dish. Water has been piss yellow and metallic tasting in our Airbnb for a week now. Owner says they can't do anything about it. Metallic tasting, the F is wrong with you? Why are you drinking it? OP paid for the whole Airbnb. OP's gonna taste the whole Airbnb. Hello, I'm drunk, ask me random questions please. How many jelly beans can you fit in your ass? Someone had to actually draw this. Drawing with one hand is definitely hard to do. What's the worst thing you can say to someone right after Shreks? Your sister was better than you. My. When you see a bunch of kids throwing gang signs because they think violence is cool. Show them violence is never the answer. So this is the front door of the school for deaf kids. If you woke up on an alien planet, how do you think you would respond? I mean, are the aliens Shreksy or not? I'm German and we capitalize nouns, so it's a habit even when typing English. I swear that ain't the worst thing I know about Germany, but it's close. We got a lot of history. Quit being a grandma Nazi. Is it possible to eat so much peanut butter that your semen will trigger an allergic reaction in a person with a peanut allergy? Anaphylactic cock. This is the handbook each actor who plays Aladdin at Disney World is given. Although we want every Disney guest to have fun, our number one priority is safety. Because of this, Aladdin will never under any circumstances kill a park guest unless it is absolutely necessary to save the lives of a greater number of park guests. This is referred to as Aladdin's exception. So we have a person taken hostage in Frontierland. Sheep send in the street rat. I know we all let our dogs eat us out at least once. Oh, so that's why peanut butter is so popular in America. We all have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without bread or jelly at least once in America. Jokes aside, firefighters and emergency services should get the funding the police and military gets. Wish granted. Firefighters now shoot minorities when extinguishing fires. Triple purpose function there. Stop firing at Ukraine dog. How to knock someone out. Thank you, my grandma never stood a chance. Actually she's 500 years old. Stage 1. Denial. What's stage 2? Prison. Breaking. Russia deploys battle mage with enhanced drone spotting ability to Ukraine front lines. +3 fascist zeal. -1 local underage support. +10 mobic boredom. Great start to my vacation. Pee on it to assert dominance. Ho, ho, ho. I saw you masturbating. The timing of this notification was absurd. A complete guide of where not to stick your penis. Toaster. Crab. Electric fence. Fan. Hot soup. Keyhole. Vampire. Acid. Train tracks. Your mate's beer. My sister. Your sister. 2023 monthly challenge. Featured comment. Game Master. 8-year-old me gets a new haircut. My grandpa messing with me. I've never met this man in my life.